what's up? It's Nick here with Living Rich, and today the subject is reframing your thoughts to be the best possible version, most serviceable version for yourself. And so what brought up upon this idea for the video is I suddenly got called off of work tonight, and I've had the previous 2 nights off, so like I was well rested, ready to go in, and I got called off. So at first, like, my emotions were like up in the air. I was like, well, and then I consciously took hold of them, and I was like, all right, this is a good thing. I have the night off. I can go to the farmer's market. I can hang out with a girl. I can, relax, recoup. I can do some more reading. And I reframed it, instead of being like, oh my gosh, that's like X amount of money I'm not getting, to being, all right, I have plenty of money. I'm good on money. I would love a night off, and to actually desiring the night off, and to desiring what I have, basically. So it turns out that what I have now is what I want, and that's kind of the point of reframing, is to kind of find the positives in what you have going on at the moment. Because really, each season holds its own fruit. Each season has its own benefit and positive. For example, in the summertime, it's warm, it's hot. Fall time, there's lots of food around, there's lots of goods or whatever. And like each tree comes in season in a different season. Each tree comes to fruition in a different season. And what reframing is basically just figuring out which tree is in season at the moment and taking full advantage of that, enjoying it, and being okay with your life how it is, and accepting how it is, and doing the best you can with it. So another thing that I like to do along the same lines of reframing is, especially when something happens where I have the night off, I have a lot of time to myself, even though I want to be working, or I think I want to be working, I change it to where I go and counterproductively, I go and then I spend, money on something luxurious, and I relax. I enjoy it. I taste the joy of life. And that way, by doing that, I enrich myself and prepare myself for what's going to come in the future, whatever it is I have to do to address the situation with how it is. But I've never, ever, ever found strength in fighting a situation at the moment when there's nothing that can be done for it. So, an example of this has to do with work. A lot of these examples have to do with work and like money or whatnot. But I was living in London. I was working at a bar, and all of a sudden, unexpectedly for me, although looking back on it, I saw what I did wrong by telling him that I was going to be leaving. My status wasn't that good to tell them I was going to be leaving and have them keep me, especially telling them that I was going to leave for a better restaurant. Silly thing to do, future reference if you ever work in restaurants. But I told them that I was going to be leaving, and then about a week later, I was fired. So what I did is I took a week off. I watched a whole bunch of Doctor Who, ate a lot of chocolate, enjoyed myself, was super relaxed, and then at the end of the week, I prepared my resume. I walked relaxed into the job that I wanted, and I got it. Really, none of this was not going as planned. It just happened that I stopped working at the job a little bit sooner. And I think that was the frame that helped me the most. was that I didn't really want to stay at that job forever, and the fact that it ended wasn't that big of a deal, and everything was going as planned. So that was kind of the power move, the power frame that I came from. And it's always important to have these frames that are super powerful for you, that empower you inside to do something extraordinary on the outside, to be the boss, to be relaxed and in charge of your life instead of being a frantic little bitch. Nobody likes a frantic little bitch. No one wants to be a frantic little bitch. And the only reason why we are a frantic little bitch, reason why we become frantic little bitches, is because of the little stories we tell ourselves in our head, the stories of scarcity and things that are the way they are, but we think there should be something different. So, to recap this video, it's been a little bit verbose. Accept where you're at. Find a way to like it. Enjoy yourself. I guess those two are the same. And then from a place of peace and enjoyment and, I guess, oneness with everything that is, make your move as a boss, not as someone who's in trouble. So you're going to make your life changes as the owner of yourself. You're going to make those changes of the owner of your experience, not as the employee of the experience that's happening to you. Capiche? Alright. Thank you very much for watching. Once again, this was Nick with Living Rich, and I will talk to you guys again later. Bye.